My boyfriend found out a secret of mine, and now he won't leave me alone. I'm a writer. A serious writer who got her first book published and a few poems that made its way to the local paper. I make a living out of it. I also have a very secret blog that I use to publish fan fiction under a pseudonym. I know when we mention fan fiction, the first thing that comes to mind is I'm an obsessed fangirl who writes countless of OCs, and all of them are in love with an alter ego of myself and blah blah. No, I just really like exploring my favorite characters and the universe they live in. If I'm reading a book, playing a game, watching a movie, I sometimes think, what if, and write it out. It's been my secret for a long while now. It used to be. My boyfriend found my blog when I forgot to clear out my history on my laptop. I don't hide stuff from him, it's just a bit of a habit I picked up since I was a child and was curious about spicy videos phase. We had a family computer, and if I didn't clear the history, I'd get caught, so I would always do this. He's been mocking me for it. I'm not fragile. I can take mocking every now and then, if I know it's not really malicious. My boyfriend, on the other hand, keeps laughing and making jokes about me being a Tumblr girl, about me wanting to be with those characters, and so on. It's to the point where he read a few and started nitpicking and making fun of some of it. A person who criticizes someone's artwork. It's a hobby, it's something she does for fun, and I fail to understand why it's so funny. Honestly, I think he's a little jealous. I talked to him, he dismissed me. I finally snapped yesterday when he came over and I was writing, again, for the local paper, and he said, "Writing your weird smut fanfiction fangirl?" It's exactly people like OP that end up writing big blockbuster movies. People with big imaginations, people that really enjoy what they do. They enjoy the art of it. If he enjoys movies and TV shows and books and media, guess who the type of person is behind those things that you like watching and those things that you consume. I always find that the people that are making fun and the people that say that it's cringe or whatever are people that are too scared to do it themselves. It is impossible to reach success and to not have started someone that's cringe. You have no idea how many people are afraid of really taking that leap and trying something creative, something that they're passionate about, because they're worried about being cringe or being made fun of. We all get the cringe thing, especially at the beginning, until we have, a few 100,000 people watching our channel every month. You see what I'm saying? He meant it as a joke. He laughed, but I was already so cranky that I told him to leave. He looked at me puzzled and said he was kidding, but I kicked him out. English is not my native language. I started learning English when I was 9 years old because there was no one to write or read fan fictions of a particular fandom I was into in my native language. English is also not your first language, and you're a writer. Props to you. I think you're cool. Because of it, I discovered how much I love writing. Because of it, I learned English and it saved my life when I needed a job but was inexperienced at a lot of things. But man, I could speak and write English fluently, and all thanks to writing fan fiction. It means a lot to me, and I'm not hurt that most people think it's silly and make fun of fan fiction writers. I'm hurt because the boy I love is being horrible about it, and I'm this close to breaking up. I don't deserve to be mocked for something I like, especially when I don't judge him with the stuff he likes. This is exactly what people are afraid of, right? They're afraid of putting themselves out there, being creative and trying new things because they're afraid of how other people will react. There's a reason why you publish under a pseudonym. There's a reason why you didn't tell him. It's exactly this type of thing that makes you afraid to do it. And you certainly don't want this fear to become a reality, especially not with someone that you're dating that's supposed to love you and support you. I don't love this. He wants me to come over but doesn't think he's wrong and doesn't see how his behavior is hurting me. What do I do? I learned a long time ago not to be ashamed of doing something that brings me joy, especially when times are hard enough already. But it hurts so much that my boyfriend thinks I'm a loser and I don't know what to do, and I'm starting to see him differently. I don't blame you. As someone who puts herself out there quite a bit, I can't even tell you how many times I've tried to have fun, do something that I really enjoy, and people have just told me to stop. It hurts at the end of the day. But those are faceless people on the internet. You know what I mean? Those are people that they expect to see something from me and they don't see it. They don't change or whatever. But I can't even imagine dating someone like that. I just got the ick. I genuinely feel like you guys have to talk. It could be all in good fun. I get why you're mad, but you need to explain to him exactly why you find it so hurtful. And if he still continues to do it or doesn't apologize for it, then I would consider maybe that this relationship isn't the best for you. The joke is old. No one's laughing except you at me. If you want to have a girlfriend much longer, you'll stop. Any excuses or explanations can be met with either I don't care, just stop, or please drop it, or that's it, we're done. I agree, this is not okay. He seems insecure about it. That's his problem. I hope you feel better. Why does that affect him at all? I want to answer everyone, and I'll try, but to clear things up, I don't think my boyfriend was snooping. I always clear my history out of habit, and this time I left it there. It most likely came up in the search bar since he told me he just found it there. The problem here is not my sense of humor. It's the fact that when I told him I write fics and came clean about it, I was laughing with him. Then the mockery started, and for the next few days, I was a crazed fangirl in his eyes, and he wouldn't let it go. That is not having a sense of humor. That's someone I love being hurtful toward me on purpose, even though I told him to knock it off. I genuinely find that the people that criticize you for trying something are not brave enough to try it themselves. They come at it from like, I'm not supposed to do this, so neither can you. You're not the only one. If he's not going to be supportive, I just genuinely feel like you can find someone who not only be supportive, but also have the same passions as you. We are currently not talking. He thinks I'm being oversensitive, and I'm here reading your replies. I haven't let him come to my house yet until I think of something to tell him. I already have something in my head thanks to you guys. This is the first time I see my boyfriend acting this way. I wouldn't be with him if he had been like this since the beginning. This is the first time, and it's probably why I'm so shocked here. I'm hurt. A joke or two, fine. Straight up mean mockery, no. I don't know if he got jealous. I don't know if the content or the stories bothered him. I don't know. I plan on finding out. We have an update. So I met him the day after so we could talk. He was because I kicked him out. I was because of his behavior. I went home and I straight up asked why my fics bothered him so much. He kept saying it didn't, that he was just having fun and all, and I explained to him how it made me feel. He snorted. Oh, not the snorting. I told him if he wasn't going to take this seriously, then he could leave and not come back. After a while, in a brief discussion about him being incredulous, that I was so upset over nothing, he finally told me the real reason behind his actions, that he doesn't feel comfortable with me writing spicy scenes. Why? This came out of nowhere, and even when the issue was discussed here, I was like, nah, he would never have a problem with that. He even praised the one in my book. Well, I asked him directly that. Why did he praise the one in my book? Why did he encourage me to write more of it? He said he hadn't stopped to think about the consequences, that when I wrote it in my book, he didn't know or see how many people enjoyed it. When he read the ones in my blog, he could see how many people reblogged it. He could see the comments. He could see everything, and it bothered him because I was his girlfriend. Come on, man. It's her art. This is how she wants to express herself. She's not out here cheating. She's just writing about it and using her imagination. He's policing her imagination now? Get out of here. I asked him what he meant by that. He said I was putting myself out there by writing this stuff. She's writing under a pseudonym, at least the stuff on her blog. I held back the urge to snap calmly and asked him again what he meant by that. He said he knew how guys think and that they were seeing how easy I was, and I'd soon be getting stalkers because I, quote, I like spicy like a sleuth. Isn't that lovely? Oh no, he gotta go. That is so weird. No, he's saying that because he thinks like that. Okay, so like, is every person that's ever written like a movie or TV show or book that has a spicy scene in it, does that make them like does he enjoy stuff like that? Someone has to write that stuff. Weird. Give me a break. He quickly tried to fix it to tell me he didn't mean it like that. He meant that I write detailed and explicit scenes and that it might give people the wrong idea. I asked if I give him the wrong idea when we have spicy time, and he just shut up. I think he realized then how much of an idiot he was because he started apologizing. It's giving controlling. It's giving I don't want my woman to work. It's giving I don't want my woman to have an imagination. It's giving shaming, and it's also giving someone who's low-key a little bit jealous, I think, and being jealous for a really silly reason. I ended it and changed my blog's URL. He's been calling and calling and calling, texting me nonstop that he's sorry, but I can't look at him the same way. Why are you changing your blog's URL? So that he can't read it? Ugh, let him read it. Who cares? I have a feeling with an imagination like you have, you're gonna get like really, really, really big. And I need to take this advice myself. You should never be ashamed of the stuff that you put out there. Most people are too afraid to put their creative stuff out there. And it's the people that are brave enough to do it that end up being successful. That is literally the only difference between someone who is a successful artist and someone who wants to be. The successful artist is brave enough to put themselves out there over and over and over again, knowing that what they put out might not be received well, knowing that they might be cringe, knowing that they might upset people or whatever. It takes bravery to keep showing up consistently. Even if I ever forgive him, just know I like spicy time, so that makes me but that's not a problem when I am spicy with him. I'm heartbroken over this because I don't know, this came out of nowhere. Before breaking up, he said everything would be okay if I just never wrote about spicy time. What? I mean, really? No, I like it. I like writing about it. I like writing fics. I like it. It pays my bills, so screw that. But in his mind, if I just stopped writing the spicy scenes, then he wouldn't feel insecure and wouldn't lash out like this. No, no, no. Let's not make ourselves smaller. Accommodate people with small minds. I'm glad it came out though. This side of him, still, it's just so freaking sad. You will find someone, if you care about finding someone else, who really loves this about you and loves your mind and your imagination. Here's the thing about playful teasing. It only works when the other party's into it. If they don't like it and you tease anyway, you're not being affectionate, you are bullying. It's always interesting when the people that tease can dish it, but they can't take it. It would be interesting to start teasing him for like what he does. You're broken up, so it doesn't really matter. If you get to a point where it's like, okay, that's enough, and they keep doing it, that is like unwanted, okay? Like they know that you don't like it and they continue to do it. That is bullying.